you guys ready to see Casey Key? So Casey Key, we're going to put a map up, but Casey Key is located just south of Siesta Key. You have to get on the mainland to come around to get to Casey Key. And this really exquisite island is home of 254 residences. And what's so unique about Casey Key when you compare to the other islands is many of the homes are Gulf to Bay, and they have their private deeded to the home beaches along with the bay side. So you're in for a real treat. We're going to show you Casey Key. So this bridge is so small, you can only have one car going or coming. So very different. Casey Key is an 8-mile stretch and really just cozy. We've got the Casey Key Fish House. We might pop over there for lunch when we're done. And every realtor needs a really great app. So we've got this really cool one with Cole Baker. So you just pull up the app and it shows exactly where you are. So you can see we're coming from Sarasota and here's Casey Key here. We're on the very north tip and it just shows you everything for sale in that little vicinity. So it's a beautiful thing. This stretch of properties here is, put it in drive first, how that might help, is home of the Gottis. They had a home here and I don't know the full story. I think it has since sold to another party. But you can see it's really, really private, lots of high hedges. It kind of reminds me of Palm Beach because you have the super high hedges, but there's no public beach up this way, and you're actually going to be forced to turn around, and the streets are really narrow. So you've got bay on the right side and Gulf Beach on the left side here. And so everybody has to drive slowly when you're on Casey Key, and you definitely can't be drunk, I'll tell you that. Because these roads here are so windy and it's basically made for a car and a half almost, not even quite 2 cars. So you've got a lot of different architectural styles, of course. Oh, and this is one of my favorite parts of the island because you just kind of open up to this beautiful water and then some really awesome real estate. So where we are now, there are only 2 homes for sale, one for 3.7 and one for 7.5. Off in that distance there, that is of course Sarasota and Siesta Key. Lots of people running and lots of people with their dogs. Really active community here. It's a really special island, I will say that. It's really very different from the other islands. And this unique parcel here on the right is owned by the modern home on the other side. Very fitting to its contemporary style. Okay, you guys, what you see behind the gates, I am such a mobster / crime show fan, and this home over here was owned by Joseph Watts, who was an associate of John Gotti, and I think he's in prison now, shockingly. But it's actually for sale again, and it's a house that's really iconic to, of course, the island. It's hard to see, but of course we saw it pulling through here. Interesting little fact. Okay, what a cute little house. They've got their little Airstream right here. Adorable. And you'll never see 2 homes alike on this island. Every single home is so different. Look at this guy. This guy's really low-lying over here. People biking. Sun's out, you guys. Middle of March. We're in the spring break month. And I guess Rosie O'Donnell had a home here. She has since sold that property. We also have longtime resident Stephen King, novelist. Of course, you know Stephen King. Look at their building. He used to live on Longboat, but he resides here on Casey Key. Look at this beautiful home. Gorgeous. Of course, everybody has their privacy walls. And then you'll notice too, like on the right side, the people on the left have their deeded beach you know, their docks here and everything. It goes to that property across the street. So it's nice. They've got beach to bay. They've got it all, truly. And just to give you, of course, an idea of the pricing here, we've got really if you want a beachside property on Casey Key, you're definitely going to be starting with at least a 3. There's one out here for 3 and some change, and it's a really small house, and it would be more like a tear down. So they definitely go up and away from there. There's one at 20 million here now. I think that's the highest one currently for sale. I know that there was one that sold it's pending, I think, in the 14 million range. So really some high prices down here, and of course, you know, there's a lot to offer here in terms of privacy and all that. You might want to invest in like a neck brace because you're going to get whiplash looking at all these houses. So check out this beauty. Of course, you've got the bayside here access for this property. Beautiful. And just the landscape alone just makes these properties, you know, and just beautiful. And just another beautiful residence. How cozy is this house? It reminds me of back home in this place called Door County. It's like in part of the peninsula of Wisconsin. There's homes up there like that. It reminds me of home. So pretty, you guys. And now the beach is starting to open up. And the reason we've had to film in the car for the whole time is because there's literally nowhere to stop. So I usually like to stop and do some commentary, but there's really nowhere the roads are seriously so narrow here. We are going to show you at the very south end the public beach. There is a public beach here. It's Nokomis Beach. And I guess, too, if you wanted to come and visit, there are properties for rent. You're going to pay handsomely for it, but you're also getting that privacy. And there is like a resort motel at the very north side. We passed it on the way in, but, you know, there are a couple of options if you want a vacation on KCC. All right, so we started off of Blackburn Point Road. We meandered all the way down here to Albee Road, which is the other bridge here. And if you just keep going, you hit right into this beach, Nokomis Beach. It's actually Sarasota County's oldest beach. And we got here, and there's like this group of older people just playing music and singing. It's like our own little entourage, you know? We planned this. So we'll show you the beach here in a second. So pretty, you guys. There's a nice facility here with showers, restrooms, and all that. And what's nice is like all the resorts are kind of in this little row here on that very south end. So lots of more like resort, daily, nightly type like hotels. And they're all low rise, nothing high rise, very cozy. And just so beautiful. It almost looks like a cross between, the sand is like a cross between Siesta Key and Longboat Key. And then at the very end, when you can't go anymore, there is a park open to the public, and there's a kids' playground, lots of parking, and of course behind that is the beach. You guys, look at this view. Who cares about the food? Look at the view. Look at that water. And we are right here in the Ides of March, March 14th. And does it get much better than this, really? This is right off of the South Bridge from Casey Key, and we just had to stop to get a bite. And I've got the spicy tuna wrap with this edamame salad. And here we've got just a standard chicken sandwich. So I hope you enjoyed our Casey Key tour. If you have any questions about the market here, if you're thinking of selling, please click the link below, ShaylaTwit.com.